Welcome back. I'm still with Chimweka on the table. Why do you love putting your guests in the corner when they come for your shows?
This question's again, it's getting hot in here, Mr. Director. By the way, let me put this out there. The director didn't let me see the questions. I need to take, it's getting too hot in here, but yeah. No, I did not put my guests in the corner. But the thing is, the idea is just to get the truth out of guests, because there's so many things that people say out there, so many rumors, so many speculations, especially about artists. But who will give you the truth if it's not the artists themselves? So you have to bring on the artists and let them say the truth. And I wouldn't say it's putting people in the corner, because at the end of the day, I think even artists themselves love to tell the truth. Just last week, there's an interview I did with Steve O, where Paul was saying a lot of that, and I got a lot of calls for it. But I still got some calls from other artists who are having rumors and speculations about them, wanting to clarify. And I love the fact that artists now, and generally people who watch the show, have come to realize that this is where the truth gets to be clarified and put out there. And it's not a matter of just cornering people. I mean, the questions that I ask are based off what is already happening. I'm sure they already get some of these questions. It's not like it's the first time, they just hear it right there and there, because I don't create rumors. I create questions of what people are already talking about. So it's not a matter of them being cornered. They probably even have answers already for these things, and the idea is just to get the truth out of them. So it's just a matter of making them answer straightforward questions, things that people want to know, and just getting an answer out of them. So it's not really to corner them or to make them feel uncomfortable. It's just to pretty much get the truth.
People usually compare DJ Showstars. What do you think of his style of interviewing?
Oh man, yeah, this is getting intense. Now you're cornering me. You're the one who's cornering me now. DJ Showstar is a really, really talented person. Well, at least I respect his understanding of what we call showbiz. In entertainment or in broadcasting is what we call showbiz. This is just the whole idea of the industry, the perception that you want people to have, and the perception that you create out there for the people who are watching. Is one person who's really understood that, and you need that for Zambian entertainment. I mean, like I mentioned, I do respect him. He's been doing this longer than I have. I remember I used to listen even to his radio show, and where he'd bring in artists and get the truth out of them. And we really needed that. So his understanding of what goes on might not be understood so much by people out there, but I feel like people who are in the industry understand why it works like that. But I still try to keep it as professional as possible. I still try to make sure that people out there get the truth of what I've been trained to do, because even the way I interview, I've gone through several trainings, so many media orientations and whatnot. So I still try to stay within those boundaries, but at the same time, try to make sure that people get entertained and get the truth out of people. So I've got mad respect for him. Some people actually think I've never had a conversation with him. I've met him before on a few occasions. We're actually planning something. One of these days, he might actually be coming through on the show, or me going on his show. We discuss something like that. So look out for something pretty interesting like that from him.
Okay. Have you ever Have you ever gotten bad reactions from your guests after an interview is done?
Yes. Oh my, yes, I have. Oof. Yes. I wish I could say who it was, but yeah. So this person misunderstood what was going on, because, in fact, it started on the show itself. I can't remember. I don't think that particular. I think that show must have aired, but because what happens is when a show is done, here, like for example, if the show is done, it's going to run. Obviously, it's going to be on air. People watch it live, but then there's some people who do not watch the show when it airs. Sunday, 17 hours, they might not be able to watch it. So what the social media manager does is he gets a part of the show that he thinks is interesting, then you post on social media. So he does this for some shows. Some shows I know he doesn't do it. So I think that particular show ran, but he never put out that clip of what happened. It was a really intense interview. I think maybe he was ill that week or something. So I have gotten some reactions after the show is immediately after the show is done. Others even weeks after the show is done. Just one of the recent interviews I did, there's a certain manager for one of the artists. He's been texting me ever since. And that's the thing. Some artists understand how this works, understand showbiz. I can give you names of the artists who understand showbiz. People like King Illest, people like B-Flow, even people like Makitu. People, there's quite a number of them who understand how entertainment works and how these things are really important, even for them as artists. But unfortunately, there are others who don't and think of it as trying to make them look bad or something like that. So I have gotten some bad reactions from people.
Some people have started to think you are paid by XYZ and is always on their side when an interview is being done.
XYZ Entertainment. Yeah, I've gotten that. I've gotten that before. I've just recently, I think in December, I think also what made people think that is in December, I got a call from H-Mac, who's their manager, to MC the Kobe's album launch. I did that. I had a great time. You know what? People always say that. You know, the thing is, again, when we talk about showbiz and entertainment, when interviewing somebody, there's this rule that we have. I don't go too technical, but you can't always be on your guest's side, because that's just one way to go about it. You can't always be on the guest's side. So because of that, people always say something. If I interview somebody who is from PF and I'll ask questions that is opposing PF, people say, oh no, this guy's from this particular party. Obviously, they'll mention the first opposition party that's leading, UPND. Oh, it's UPND. When somebody from UPND comes through and you ask them questions opposing some of the things that they do, they'll say, oh no, this guy is PF. So I think maybe because I've interviewed a lot of people who maybe are not in good books with XYZ and all that stuff, so people will think that, but it's not the truth. I've actually interviewed some of the guys from XYZ. I interviewed Kobe. I've interviewed Slap D. Some time back I interviewed Slap D. People never say that. When I ask people questions, and I ask the XYZ guys questions, they never say, oh, this guy is Kopala swag or anything. They never really said that. But maybe because of how I asked them questions, for people who I might not be in good books with XYZ, they might have thought that. I actually wish I was getting paid like every week by XYZ. I think I need to talk to the CEO, Bobby East, about it. Maybe I can be getting money every week. H-Mac, I hope you're watching this. Apparently you pay me, so you need to give me some money.
You also do event emceeing. What is it like getting on stage and looking at crowds of people that you can see?
Ooh, it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's an amazing feeling. But sometimes it gets really nerve-wracking, because like this, I'm used to this. Oh, there's just cameras here. There's a lot of people who are watching, but you don't see them, eh? But when you go and you MC an event, you're seeing the people there. Like, you're literally getting the instant reaction. We're talking about, do I get bad reactions? I might get that from one person, but if you're on stage and maybe you don't do a very good job, everyone, you feel it then. So it gets a little bit nerve-wracking, but it's also really a great experience when you get on stage. And it's almost the same concept. You're entertaining people, you're linking things, similar to what we do on TV. You've got this segment and you have to cue in this segment. It's almost the same thing. You've got this artist, you have to cue in this artist, or maybe you've got this part of a discussion that you're moderating, you need to cue in this one. So being in front of people is pretty interesting. It gets nerve-wracking, but I always mention this. Some people have also told me this who've been in the industry longer than I have, that if you don't get nervous, then you need to be worried, because you probably won't do a good job. Being nervous means you want to do a good job. You don't want to fail. So you're going to work hard. So being nervous is actually a good thing. So till this day, sometimes, even when I come here sometimes I actually do get nervous. And it helps me at the end of the day.
What do you plan on growing your brand further this year?
This year, I want to... I was having a conversation with one of my bosses at Diamond TV. I can't remember what it was, how it started, but oh yes, I was telling them there's a business I want to start. There's a certain business I've been planning on starting. So she asked me a question saying, "What? You're trying to start a business? Aren't you a business?" And I thought about it deeply, that, you know what, being in this particular field, as yourself, you are a business, and you also have to grow yourself. And obviously I've been trying to do this for the last couple of years. There's a whole lot more improvement that can be done. But there's something else that I'm planning on doing. I don't like sharing what I want to do because it never works. Every time I say what I want to do, it's not going to happen. So I can't mention yet, but I think there's a whole lot more that I'm trying to get done, because over the years, you get to realize that when you're in this particular field, it's not just about, oh, you're going to be on TV, then it's done. It's about, okay, yeah, you're on TV. What are you going to do off you being on TV? Obviously, inspiring people and making people happy, get entertained. But how are you also benefiting? Are you able to put food on the table? Are you able to cover all those bills? So for me, in the last couple of years, that's what it's been about, and continuing to do more of that while entertaining people, because this is the platform that creates other platforms for me. So I can't really say what I plan on doing more this year, but just look out for more interviews with different people, more radio interviews, more TV interviews, and some exciting shows. I've got some shows that I can talk about now on Diamond TV. There's something I'm bringing where I want to make people rap. So if you're a real rapper, look out for this platform. I want to see some of Zambia's best rappers, because there's a lot of underground guys who are doing really, really well. So I want to give them a platform. So there's that coming up. And I think for now, that's all I can talk about.